People versus Jalen Cologne.
Dominic DeGrazia on behalf of the people.
Mr. Cripps? Maybe we're not going to do it. Heather, what else is ready?
Judge, just so you know, Mr. DeGrassi will have to leave in a matter of minutes. He has a medical appointment, so otherwise,
as soon as Mr. Cripps answers, I'll do it.
Yep. We have Green, Marcel Green, ready?
People
Misdemeanor.
versus, I see it. People versus Marcel Green.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Josh Adley appearing on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Marcel Green. Had a chance to meet with him briefly in a breakout room. He's going to be appearing via Zoom. We're prepared to proceed with the show cause.
Okay, what are we doing?
Your Honor, we would just ask again for a brief explanation. Mr. Green did log into his last hearing, but he had some technical issues. He seemed to have had those remedied. And we would just be asking for a plea of not guilty to be entered and for the matter to be set for a new hearing date.
Heather could have just given you a date. Mr. Hadley, please just ask her for that, okay? Heather,
Perfect.
give me a date.
November 9th at 8:45.
Are you talking to me or are you talking
Yeah.
to the attorney?
Mr. Green, it's next Wednesday at 8:45. You're gonna log back in, okay?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
You're all set for today. Mr. Cripps,
Okay.
people
Yes,
versus Jalen, is it Colin Cologne?
Cologne, Your Honor. Thank you.
This was set this morning for an emergency motion for bond reduction. It's your motion. Go ahead.
Thank you, Judge. As laid out in my motion, my client is currently charged with second-degree murder, carrying a concealed weapon, and felony firearm. His current bond is $100,000 cash surety with a GPS tether. I'm asking for a reduction of the bond to $100,000, 10%, with a GPS tether. If released on bond, he would live with his mother at the address listed in my motion on Irene Street in Brownstown. He's 20 years old. He was working at a full-time job at the time of his arrest. I don't believe he has any criminal history. So there's no way he'd be a flight risk. I'm in touch with his family every day of the week. There are some good defenses in this case that we'll be raising down the road. So at this time, Your Honor, I'm asking for a 10% provision.
Mr. DeGrazia,
Judge, I'm objecting to a bond reduction.
you can stop. Pretrial services is an agreement with the bond as set. I'm not going against the judge that set the bond and the pretrial services recommendation. I'm going to deny the motion. Are you still getting some independent evaluation, Mr. Cripps?
I am, Your Honor.
So how many weeks do you need this to be set, or is it just put on Heather's desk till you get the independent?
I need time to get the report from the independent.
So how many weeks?
I would say about 5 weeks. If it comes in sooner, then I'll contact Mr. DeGrazia and get back on the Zoom.
So if we just want to keep it in a internal review, Judge, or we can set it however you want to handle it.
I don't care. Mr. Cripps, do you want us to give you a date?
I guess internal review would work. And then I'll just contact everybody once I get my report.
All right, Heather will put it on an internal review so you can contact her when it's ready, all right?
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, you're all set.
Okay, thank you for your hearing it today. I appreciate
Yep,
it.
you're welcome.
Bye.
Mr. Hadley, what else you got? Anything?
Yes, Your Honor. We're going to need a new date on Miss Kristen DeLasso, almost identical set of facts to my previous client here.
How many weeks?
Whatever the court's got available. Again,
We have every week available, Mr. Hadley, so
Miss DeLasso, 2 weeks out. Would that be okay for your next hearing? take yourself off mute, please.
Absolutely, that'd be fine.
Heather, 2 weeks,
November 16th, 9 a.m.
and that's with Judge Martin.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Mr. Lasso, you're gonna sign in with Judge Martin in 2 weeks. Do you understand?
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Have a good day. Anything else, Mr. Hadley?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Schaaf, what do you, on Phelps?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are we ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
People
Wait a minute, let's-
versus,
Jail, can you put Phelps on the screen, please?
I got you.
what are we doing on Phelps?
Your Honor, we're just asking for adjournment. I have not received discovery yet.
Are we, or is he in division? Where is he at? Oh, I got him. Sales and Phelps. I see it. How many weeks do you need?
Maybe a week or two, 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Heather,
November 16th, 8:30 in the morning.
That's fine.
but
And if I
we'll
could-
wait till he jumps, we'll wait till he jumps on.
Okay.
And that's with Judge Martin.
And that'll be via Zoom, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
I'm thinking he's on, there's just no camera.
Mr. Phelps, can you hear us?
Yes, I can, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Did you hear the new date? 2 weeks, November the
Yeah.
16th at 8:30 with Judge Martin?
Yes, ma'am.
All
Your Honor,
right.
doesn't he need to get arraigned?
I was trying to get a bond today to get out of it.
There's arraigned on that file. Nope, he's been arraigned on both files. So no, you're wrong.
And Your Honor, may I address bond?
Yeah, go ahead.
Your Honor, my client's lived in Michigan his whole life. I believe he has 2 prior OWIs. That's his entire criminal history, 1985 and 2005. He was employed for 17 years. However, he's waiting on disability currently. All his ties are to Michigan.
Are
His,
both of these files, are these separate incidents? They happened on the same day. Why do I have 2 files with similar incidents? Miss Bailey, do you know?
Your Honor, let me pull up the information right now.
Judge, they should have 2 different,
Oh, no, I stand corrected. They're 4 days apart,
yes.
October 20th and October 24th. I apologize, Mr. Shea. I'll send it to pretrial services. I'm not changing the bond today.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
You too. Anything else ready?
Mr. Sullivan, are you ready on Keats? Nobody wants to answer today.
Just 1 minute. I need to pull over, but I'll be ready in 1 minute.
Heather, do you-
Madison,
do you
sorry,
care if I mix the misdemeanors and the felonies?
Oh, not at all. Madison, have you spoke to an attorney yet? Do you know who your attorney is?
Yeah,
Who is it?
His name is Carrie Martin.
Okay,
Carrie Martin.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Madam Clerk, is it possible to get a breakout room with Corporal Armstrong?
Sure. Did you want to speak to the prosecutor too, or no?
Actually, you know what? Can you put me in with the prosecutor first then?
Yep.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. Are we? Mr. Hadley, are you ready on Alderman?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Excuse me.
People versus Toya Alderman.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Josh Hadley, appearing on behalf of the defendant, Ms. Toya Alderman. Ms. Alderman, can you turn your camera on, unmute yourself?
Camera doesn't work, but I am unmuted. Toya Alderman.
Thank you. Your Honor, we're a little bit confused on this one. I met with Ms. Alderman and she went into 34th District and paid all fines and costs related to this case number. She was told that she just needed to appear to have the warrant lifted. The 34th ROA indicates there's a $45 miscellaneous fee owed, but
Heather, look up this case, 181518.
Yep, I got it. It's not a payable fines and
No,
costs.
it's not. It's a misdemeanor. That's why I'm confused. I don't know why she
I mean,
didn't come in and pay it.
Right. So the other case, let me see if this one came with it. There was a no proof
There was
of
a B
insurance.
case. There was
Okay.
a no proof of insurance. So it was a B case.
Yep, that she paid that on October 18th.
I think that clears up the confusion. So we would like to enter a plea of not guilty at this point in time.
Heather, give him a date.
All right, November 9th or November 16th, Mr. Hadley?
Let's go with November 16th, please.
All right, we'll do 9:15.
So what was that? Because I'm still confused. So where was the clarification?
You paid your, sorry,
Go
Judge.
ahead, Heather.
You paid your no proof of insurance ticket that came along with this ticket?
This was a failed to yield to an emergency vehicle, which is a misdemeanor, which means you had to have seen a judge. You could not pay it over the counter. So we'll adjourn it for Mr. Hadley to talk to you about it, and then he can talk to the prosecutor and see if you can work it out, okay?
We can't do that today.
I can meet with Bren if I can. I've received no plea offers yet today, so I just need to speak with the prosecutor if she's available.
Yep, I can put you and the other attorney in the waiting room. But first, Mr. Sullivan, have you pulled over?
Miss Alderman, you can just hang out and Mr. Hadley will talk to the prosecutor.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm ready.
Mr. Sullivan, People versus Mary Keens, what are we doing?
We're here, Judge, for an arraignment on a failure to appear. Ms. Keens had some housing insecurity. She's now
I don't care about that. I'm good with that.
Okay.
We'll lift the warrants.
Thank you, Judge. And then we just need to schedule for another preliminary exam.
Oh, she failed to appear for an exam. I see that. Then I do care. What's the reason? Because we had all the witnesses here. Everybody was here. Why wasn't she here?
Yes, Judge, I apologize. Ms. Keens, as I said, she was her housing was insecure. She was living from place to place, didn't have a stable place to stay. She's now in stable housing. She's residing at a sober living home. I believe it's called First Step. I have letters from her counselors, coaches, sober living coaches at both that treatment facility and another, attesting to the work that she's done on her sobriety. So I think that Ms. Keens is doing what
she's in treatment, and clearly these charges look like they arose because she wasn't in treatment. You still want to hold an exam?
We're requesting the preliminary exam. I think that the allegations of assaulting the police officer, I understand that there there are also misdemeanor charges that I think are on track on maybe have already been. She's been assessed fines on those.
Nope, she hasn't even pled on them. Nope.
Oh.
They're
Yeah.
both misdemeanors that are set for today.
Okay. I think the misdemeanors can easily be resolved, but she's charged with felony assault on a police officer, and that is contested.
Or actually, the misdemeanors aren't set for today. I apologize, but we can reset them. Heather, can I just give a date on the misdemeanors?
Yes, but they're all from the same day.
Yeah, no, okay. Yeah, no, I hear you.
The-
Miss Bailey, do you know anything about this case? You're muted.
Your Honor, just that I had my officer here last time, back on the 29th of June. It's now November 2nd.
When did she go into treatment, Mr. Sullivan?
Ms. Keynes, can you answer that?
You're muted, Miss Keynes.
Sorry, Your Honor. Yeah, it was September 12th, and I was, homeless on the streets, bouncing back and forth. I had no clue that I.
So
even had
you've been at First Step for 6 weeks?
I was at Oakdale Recovery from September 11th to I believe it was October 5th. And I've been in here for about 3.5 weeks. I get 7 weeks in this part of the program, and then I go on to the recovery housing and outpatient type thing for another 4 months.
Is there any possibility, Miss Bailey, based on that there's any offer because of the attached misdemeanors on the felony at this level?
Your Honor, I don't have any attached misdemeanors on this file.
Well, there are. There's a drunken disorder. It's the same day, but they wrote them as 2 separate tickets. So you have the felony, and then you have the 2 misdemeanors, a drunken disorderly and a trespass.
Yeah, I understand.
No, I know you do, Miss Keynes. The prosecutor.
Can I
get
say
it.
something real quick?
No. Please just wait just a minute.
Okay. No problem. Sorry, Your Honor.
No, you're good.
Your Honor,
I mean, now my only question is, because she gets lost in the system if she goes downtown, if she's in treatment, if you have the ability to amend this to an attempt or something, and they're all misdemeanors and it stays with me, I can make sure she stays in treatment.
Attempt is the best that I can do on the felony.
But that makes it a misdemeanor.
Yes. So attempt is the best that I can do. I can make that offer today.
Mr. Sullivan.
Judge, if I could have some time to review that with.
Can I just adjourn it 1 week? Then you can talk to her.
That's a great idea. Yeah.
Okay. And I don't know where she's at with her sobriety, but she may even be a candidate for my sobriety court.
Just because I'm unfamiliar, who should I
treatment court
to learn more about the treatment court?
You could call our probation department, Ms. Rapp, if you wanted to, or if you're set, why don't you talk to Ms. Keynes? Why don't we adjourn it 1 week?
Yep.
During the felonies and the misdemeanor, the felony and the misdemeanor. Heather, what time?
Next week, 8:45.
At 8:45, is that good for you?
That's good for me, Judge.
Then talk to her, and you can call over and talk to Ms. Rapp if you want. But if she'll offer if Miss Bailey, well, actually, what we could do is if you take that plea, then we could have her. Miss Rapp is my probation officer anyway, so she'd be the one that would interview her, and then we could see whether she's a candidate, whether you think she's a candidate. You know what I'm saying? Although you don't carry it if it's the misdemeanor, do you?
I would stay on. Yeah, Judge, I'll stay.
Okay.
Clients on probation.
Okay. Well, then talk to her about the ramifications of that, and I'll see you next week.
Very good, Judge. Thank you.
And Heather, I wrote adjourned pretrial on the misdemeanors, but you really got to recall the warrants.
All right, that's fine.
All right, Ms. Keats, you're all set. I'll see you next week at 8:45.
I appreciate it a lot, Ms. Green, Your Honor.
Okay.
All right, I am going to put everybody in the breakout room with Bryn, but before that, just a heads up, Judge Green, Mr. Sale, oh no, we're waiting on Mr. Sale's attorney, Mr. Noakes, forget it.
Yep. Yeah, I see that.
All right, Bryn. Where did you go? Oh, you're taking everybody. Thank you, Bryn. Does any other attorney? Oh,
Ms.
Mr.
Keats, you're all set.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So I can just leave it?
You can, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor. You have a wonderful day.
Attorney Mason, if you're invited to a breakout room,
You
please
too.
go.
We've already resolved it with Miss Bailey.
I'm dismissing it.
Oh,
Which case are we talking about?
Gandor, Ghandour, misdemeanor.
Got it. It's a dismissal.
Yes, ma'am.
Adam Gandor, it's dismissed. You're all set.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Bailey.
Any other attorney need to speak to Miss Bailey while we have a second? All right. Mr. Martin or Carrie Martin, did you need to speak to your client?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
No, I've spoken with Ms. McCune McClure. I don't believe there's anything else for us to address right now.
Okay, so
What are we doing with that case?
I expect to hold the exam. Apologize for a little background noise. We're still waiting on discovery.
So you need an adjournment. 1, 2, or 3 weeks, Mr. Martin.
Until the exam. Why don't we say 2 weeks to
2
give
weeks?
time for discovery?
November the 16th, Heather.
Yep, Mr. Martin, that is not going to be an exam. That's a PCC adjournment. 9 a.m.
That
And
works
that's with Judge Martin.
with Judge Martin. Okay.
Correct. And Miss McCune McClure, you're all set.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You'll sign in with Judge Martin in 2 weeks.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Good day.
Did you have anything else, Mr. Martin?
Sorry,
I
Judge,
had,
is this for, I think the case was called and I didn't get to hear it.
Oh, Sona, is that yours?
Yeah.
If
and I
you
have
wanted discovery, we adjourned it 2 weeks.
Okay, got it. Can I just, Mr. Martin, can you please put your email in the chat so I can send it to you? I'm working on it right now.
sure thing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Mopsisian.
Judge,
I apologize, Miss Mosisian.
Wayne County Division 2 is on now. Did you want to just, what do we want to tell Mr. Cologne?
Mr. Cologne,
No, wait a minute. Okay, now he's in. Okay.
your attorney was on with the prosecutor this morning and we adjourned the matter. Heather, is it 2 weeks?
No, his is till we
Oh,
get the
yeah, his
independent.
is waiting, waiting for the report from your independent evaluation that you got. I heard your attorney's motion to reduce the bond. Pretrial services recommended that the bond remain the same, so that's what we're doing. We're leaving the bond the same pending the exam or the independent evaluation. Okay, so do you understand? Mr. Cologne, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay,
How are you?
I'm good. Did you understand what I just told you?
Can you repeat again, please?
Sure, that your attorney was on this morning. He made an argument to reduce your bond, but pretrial services report came back and said that they thought that the bond was appropriate. So I denied his motion, but they're waiting on the independent evaluation that you talked to, and your attorney's going to be in contact with you. And as soon as he gets that report, we're going to set it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You're all set for today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. In the jail, I think that he's done. I think we're done, Division 2.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Mr.
Who do we
Cash,
have in the Marine Division? Who are we waiting on from the,
that one was an 845 case, Jeffrey Fletcher, who has not appeared. Mr. Cash, what were you doing with your,
Oh, you're on for the pretrial. I got you. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Heather.
it's okay.
I'm sorry. I thought you said something, Heather.
Yes, I did. Were we just waiting for your client? Are you ready? What were you planning on doing with, because I know
Yeah, I
you're
was just-
pretty early.
I know I'm early. I just wanted to
Okay.
sign. I had and I excuse the noise in the background. They working on the house. But I was waiting on my client. I told her to sign on around 9:25.
Okay, well, while you're here, if you want to tell her to sign on sooner, that's perfectly fine. We can take care of it.
I'm sorry. Can you say that again?
If you have her sign on sooner, then we can take care of it as soon as you want.
Okay, I'll reach out to her and see if she can sign on.
Thank you. Do I have anybody else from NDS right now?
I'm still here from NDS, and
Are you able to handle the one that's the Wayne County Jail? They've been here for an hour now, and Mr. Noakes has not appeared on sales.
I don't know anything about the case, but I can step in for Mr. Noakes.
All right, do we just want to adjourn it to give Mr.
We're gonna
Noakes?
have to adjourn it.
That works.
I mean, I think that the jail has other things to do besides wait around for Mr. Noakes all day.
Yes, we can,
All right, we can do next week at 8:30.
next week, 8:30. So that's the 9th.
Correct.
Make sure that Mr. Noakes knows that it's a jail case. He needs to be on at 8:30.
And what's the name of that client? I'm sorry.
Lawrence Sales, Sales.
Thank you. And I have two more clients who said that they were trying to get on the Zoom right now. I saw their names appear briefly.
Who
I
are
don't
you?
know.
Who are you assigned to? Because they don't give us names anymore. I don't know
That's
who you have.
Mr. Matthew Smith and Miss Amanda Bias.
Thank you.
What are we doing on both of those?
Both of those I'm still waiting on discovery, but looking to set for exam.
Yeah, I don't set them for exam unless you have all your discovery.
I see. Okay, thank you, Judge.
So
Then
1, 2, 3 weeks on Smith and Bias.
I would defer to the prosecutor in terms of how quickly she can get discovery. It's been requested in both of those cases for, I believe, about a week.
Are these both Miss Bailey or either one? Looks like they are.
As far as I know, yes.
We'll wait for Miss Bailey. I'll jump in and ask her.
Thank you.
I'll be right back, Heather.
Matthew Smith, you need to go into the, oh, he can't hear.
Why is she in there by herself when she has a bunch of people?
Matthew Smith, you need to go into the breakout room that it's requesting you. We have to get information from you. Mr. Shan, have we gotten information from your client? Do we have all updated information?
Yes, you do.
West
Heather,
Cross Street, apartment 223,
Correct,
ending in 7128 is the phone number.
correct.
Okay. Sorry, Josh.
No, I didn't mean to jump in there. Come bearing good news. We got Alderman resolved. We just need to see the judge.
Okay. When she jumps back on, Mr. Shan, do you need to speak to the prosecutor or are you ready to go?
We're ready to go.
Perfect. Detective Nays, which cases are you here on, just in case we've already handled them?
Yeah, good morning, Heather. I am
Good
here
morning.
on Matthew Smith.
Nope, haven't handled it yet. You're just in time.
Perfect. Thanks so much.
Mr. Martin, she doesn't care, 1, 2, or 3 weeks. We have Mr. Smith on, we'll set them up both at the same time. What's your preference, 1, 2, or 3 weeks?
Maybe since I have one in 2 weeks before Judge Martin. If
That's
I could.
fine.
Yeah, I'll do.
Other people versus Matthew Smith, we're gonna adjourn this 2 weeks to November the 16th. At what time?
9:15.
At 9:15. Mr. Smith, did you hear that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and your attorney, he's asking for discovery. The prosecutor has to send that to him. Then so you'll be on in 2 weeks, all right?
Yes, ma'am. I
With
understand.
Judge Martin. So you're
Yep.
all set for today.
2 weeks from now, 9:15.
Correct.
Okay, thank you very much.
Mr. Hadley, my understanding is that there's an offer on Toya Alderman for impeding. Is that correct?
It is, Your Honor. We'd like to avail ourselves of said plea.
It's a $300 ticket. Can she pay that within the week?
She's gonna need to get set up on a payment plan with the holidays coming up. So if we can meet with collections real quick.
I don't think that we have collections on today, do we, Heather?
Nope, she'll have to contact the court.
Yep, she's got to go online and ask for a payment plan. Do you understand, Miss Alderman?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you're all set.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And then we're ready on Cox.
So the warrant is gone now?
It will be. She's going to lift the warrant.
Okay, thank you.
People versus Sandra Cox.
Good morning, Your Honor. David Shan, on behalf of Sandra Cox, who was sitting with me. Sandra, can you please state your name for the record?
Sandra Cox.
Good morning, Your Honor. Bryn Bailey on behalf of the people, P84009.
Your Honor,
What are we doing with this?
we made a request to Gary Bresnahan. Sandra has more than 4 years of documented sobriety use. So we made a request to see if she could apply to your sobriety court. We still not, I CC'd Ms. Bailey on our request yesterday as well. We still have not received a response from Ms. Bresnahan, so we're going to need a new date.
Your Honor, I did resend it to him this morning. However, on September 30th, I know Gary's re-reviewing them, but he did deny a misdemeanor back on September 30th. I don't know if he recalls that, but he is re-reviewing it.
Okay, how many weeks do you need?
1 to 2.
That would be wonderful, Your Honor.
I'll do it 2 weeks, November the 16th. But once you get that, then we've got to review her to see if you get an approval, then we have to review her to see if she's eligible with us. Do you understand?
Yeah, and I know your process as far as qualifying, having her screened in this.
Yeah, because especially because my probation officer is staring at me right now, making sure that I say that you got to talk to her before you. Heather, November the 16th, at what time?
9:30.
At 9:30, and that's with Judge Martin. So you're all set for today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
At 9:30. And then People versus Amanda Buys.
Good morning, Your Honor. Bryn Bailey on behalf of the people, P84009.
And good morning, Your Honor. Carrie Martin, NDS Detroit, for Ms. Bias.
I signed a print order that was on the front of the file that she had. They left the warrant on the files. We're going to send you a print order. You got to go to the police department and get printed. Okay.
Okay.
And then this is going to be adjourned for, is it 2 weeks to the November 16th date, Mr. Martin?
That would work well for me with Judge Martin again.
Correct. What time, Heather?
We can do 9:30.
At 9:30. So Ms. Buys, we're going to send you that. Heather, are you going to send her the print order?
Yep, I can send it.
And then you're going to tell you what to do. It'll tell you to take it to, I think, Van Buren Police Department.
Okay.
Okay. All right. And then you're going to log on in 2 weeks and for your adjourned hearing. Okay.
Okay. Do I still have a warrant?
They're going to lift the warrant today since you appeared.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Mr. Martin, is that it for you?
That's it for me.
All
Thank
right,
you.
you're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
You too.
Anything else ready, Heather?
Mr. Schwartz, do you have your client with you?
Hold on. Yes.
I do have my client with me and we're doing a waiver.
All right.
People versus Kenneth Barrett.
I don't see Mr. Fedoruk, but I talked to him.
I am present, Your Honor. I was just waiting for is the court gonna?
I mean, hang on one second.
Sorry.
Okay, sorry about that. Did you say, Mr. Schwartz, this is a waiver?
It is, Your Honor. I talked to Mr. Fedoruk this morning and after a, semi-lengthy conversation, we agreed that it would be a waiver. I've spoken to my client about it. He understands the consequences of it, that it'll be bound over to circuit court. We're prepared to do that.
Do you understand, Mr. Barrett, that by agreeing to the waiver by Zoom, that you're giving up your right to have testimony taken whereby the prosecution would have to prove probable cause that a crime was committed and probable cause to believe that
Yep.
you were involved in the commission of that crime?
Yes, Your Honor.
The defendant and his attorney having agreed to the waiver by Zoom, binding the defendant over the arraignment on the information will take place 2 weeks from today, November the 16th at 9 a.m. and I'll continue the bond.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a
Thank
great.
you. Have a great
Thank
day.
you, Mr. Fedoruk. See you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Your Honor. Have a good day.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Mr. Cash, your client is here, but she is not connecting to audio, so they're having a problem trying to speak to her.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for letting me know.
Bryn, do you need to speak to the victim on that case?
Which one?
Shorey, S-H-O-R-E-Y.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put the victim in your waiting room. If
Okay,
you
thank
can
you.
speak to her, thank you. Ashlyn, if you were invited to a meeting room, if you can please jump in there. The prosecutor needs to speak to you.
I believe
Do you see a spot that says for you to
I
join?
did it right. To join the breakout room.
Yep, if you can join that, please.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry, Heather, is anything ready?
No, Judge, we're waiting for,
Okay, I had stepped away. I just wanted to make sure.
yeah. Ashlyn, if it's asking you to join, please join. Ashlyn,
Yes,
did you go in that breakout room? Did you?
I did, and then I guess it kicked me out or something.
Okay, let me try again. Click the button if it's on there. Judge, can we let the Division 1, you guys can probably leave. We adjourned the case to November 9th at 8:30. I'll be sending new notice.
Yeah, they can leave.
Deputy Mytek, did you want to
Actually,
chat?
why don't you, Deputy, why don't you chat Heather a phone number for you? And if the defendant shows up, if Fletcher shows up, she can chat, or if you want to hang out, you can, but.
Yeah.
Well, I'm at work myself right now. I'm actually currently right now at Division 2. So yeah, it was supposed to be at what was it?
8:45. It was supposed to be at 8:45. I don't think he's going to show, but if you want to chat Heather a contact information, just in case there's a late show. Okay.
Or yeah,
Or you can hang out. You can hang out for a while. I don't care.
Well, unfortunately, I can't because I'm leaving like one of my partners right now.
That's fine. Then chat
dry.
Heather, and if we need you, we'll get you.
Okay, you give me a call. I'll send her a text. All right, thank you.
Wayne County, you can sign off. Division 1. If you're trying to talk, Mr. Sales, it's muted. Nothing's gonna come through. Mr. Headley, she's in her breakout room if you need to jump in there.
Oh. Listen, let me call you back because at the hospital now.
Wayne County, you can sign off, or do you just want me to remove you? Hello.
You were asking Wayne County, did we want to sign off?
Yeah, we're all set with Mr. Sales.
Do I have Mr. Sales? Do you want Mr. Sales?
No, we're all set with him. We've already handled Mr. Sales and Mr. Phelps. We're all set with Wayne
Oh,
County.
you're all set with Sales and Phelps? Okay.
Yep. Have a
All
good day.
Thank you, you too. They probably.
Mr. Cash, you didn't need to speak to Miss Bailey, correct? We're ready to go on your case?
I believe we're ready to go on this case.
All right. Judge ready on Shorey.
People versus Elena Shorey.
Morning, Your Honor. Bryn Bailey on behalf of the people, P84009.
May it please the court, and good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Damian Cash on behalf of Elena Shorey, P number 85852.
I have, this is the first time this matter's been set, so I imagine, Mr. Cash, that you don't have discovery yet.
That is correct. I was going to ask to either adjourn it or if you want to schedule the preliminary day.
No, I don't.
I know.
You know, I have this notorious problem, not with you, no offense, but with NDS, I'll call them out, is that they schedule the exams and then when we show up for the exam, they go, I still don't have this, I still don't have that. So I quit doing that. When you say you have it in your hand, unless I get you to commit that if you don't have it, you'll go forward without it, which most people won't agree to do. So 1, 2, or 3 weeks.
I would prefer
Well,
3 weeks.
3 weeks? Okay, Miss Bailey, I was just gonna say, you're gonna need more than, okay, 3 weeks is, what's 3 weeks, Heather? November
23rd, day before Thanksgiving. I have 8:45.
Is that good, Mr. Cash?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
And that's with Judge Martin.
Judge Martin. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Oh, I got
is your client, is your client on here?
My client is, I believe she's on here. I saw her a moment ago.
Yep, it's on my screen. She's right above your head.
Oh, I
but-
see. I see her.
I just want to address one thing if possible, Your Honor.
Yeah, go ahead.
She has a tether on. I was wondering if possible to get it removed. She's not a flight risk. And she's a medical assistant. And I just want to make sure that doesn't cause any problems since she works in pediatric care.
I don't have the. Yeah, she was on a personal bond with the tether. Miss Bailey, do you know anything about this case?
Your Honor, it is a pretty extensive assaultive allegations case involving her daughter, her adult age daughter. I do believe that given the nature of the charges and as well as the interpersonal nature, that a tether is still completely appropriate.
Mr. Cash?
I definitely understand that it's a interpersonal disagreement here. However, she would need to work, and it looks like having the tether is a hindrance, not only visually hindrance. She is not a flight risk. She has maintained no connection with, at this time, with anyone that is in opposition to this matter. And so, again, I was just asking if the tether.
I'm trying, yeah, no, and I'm trying to figure out if there's an alternative solution. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
And Your Honor, with all due respect, having a tether doesn't look nice.
No, I know. I
Isn't a
understand.
hindrance to employment. She's not
Well-
under house arrest. She's allowed to
Well,
go
it
to work.
should be just a tether to the key. It shouldn't be, I don't think it's a house or what's the limitations on the tether? Is it a,
I don't believe it is a house arrest.
I don't think it is either. I can't see, it's right, Mr. Cash. I mean, I know she doesn't want her employee to know she has a tether. I understand what the issue is.
Yeah, I don't believe it's a house arrest either.
No, I don't think it is. But I mean, for the moment, without me knowing more, I'm not inclined to, I mean, she's out. She's got to figure out her job situation with it on. I'm going to adjourn it to November 23rd at 8:45.
No, I appreciate it, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. You're all set, ma'am.
All right. Have a good day.
You too. Mr. Nunley, are you ready on McWhorter?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
People versus Jody McWhorter.
Good
What are we
morning,
doing?
Roy Stanley on behalf of the defendant. Last time we were in court, we got a discovery order. And I believe Ms. Gillis indicated to me that there was no police report, there was no data master, there was no anything. So I wanted to get a discovery order to verify that. I have not-
How are you?
I have not received-
I muted him.
Thank you.
Yeah, I haven't received anything. I haven't received videos, no police report, no anything. So it appears that there's no evidence with which the state could convict Ms. McWhorter.
Well,
So-
I mean, my opinion is, Mr. Nunley, that Ms. Bailey, that we set it for, that I'm gonna exclude any evidence that hasn't been produced and we set it for a trial and
Okay.
I don't know how they prove anything when they don't have anything. They claim, Ms. Bailey?
Your Honor, I don't know, unfortunately, anything about this, and evidence.com is down. I can't even look.
Yeah, I mean, Ms. Gillis made a statement that there wasn't a police report. There's no, I don't know how, how you prove anything with that. I mean, it is a drunk driving, so without.
It is possible. I have had this issue where it was written on it. Some have been written on tickets.
Yeah, on the ticket, it says see report.
Your Honor, if it's on a ticket, we don't have a file because there's no complaint and warrant that we've signed. I don't have.
That's not what the issue is. The issue is that we adjourned it for Ms. Gillis to look into it and report back.
Your Honor, she hasn't provided me with any information that she has it. I can give her a call real quick to see what she found out.
Why don't you do that?
Judge, would it be possible for you to give a bench trial date to my associate, Mr. Hadley, the less?
Yeah, that's
handsome one?
fine.
Okay, I
That's
got it.
fine.
Right.
And Mr. Hadley's ready on Harris while Bryn's doing that.
People
I am
versus, I don't see Harris. Oh, I see it, Daquan Harris. People versus Daquan Harris.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Josh Hadley, appearing on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Daquan Harris. Mr. Harris, can you take yourself off mute and get to a spot you can stand still?
Give me 1 second, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, Mr. Harris is the proud father of a just born child. He's at the hospital, so he does apologize for the moving around, but they're at the maternity ward. Okay, Mr. Harris. Your Honor, we had a chance to speak with the prosecutor on this matter. We would like to avail ourselves of the people's plea offer, whereby Mr. Harris will be pleading guilty to the reduced charge of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. The driving with license suspended would be dismissed, and the speeding ticket for 1 to 5 over would also be dismissed. Mr. Harris is very grateful.
Deputy, I know you're on here. Were you consulted or are you just jumping on for posterity or?
I was not consulted, but it is what it is. I mean, look, I'm not trying to ruin the kid's life by any means.
Well,
for doing what he did.
unfortunately, the kid, he owes us like $1,200 in outstanding tickets and stuff. So
we advised and released on those traffic warrants for those other DWLSs that I know he had. And also, you know, he was also going, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, 51 and a 35, you know, which is dangerous, you know, within itself. So.
And it was written 1 to 5.
Yes, and I gave him a huge break. You know, I gave him a huge break on that because, you know, and I also even allowed his mom to come up there and get the car, even though he wasn't allowed to be driving it as well, which that was probably a no-no for myself.
I appreciate that. The penalty, even amending it to the allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, he's got problems about getting his driver's license back regardless.
Exactly, and I would like to see him be legally on the road, you know, for sure.
Oh, right,
I mean,
right.
he's got to. I mean, if he's got a brand new kid, he's got to take care of himself. He's got to take care of his family. I get that. You know, we all get that, but we also have to make sure that we abide by the laws, the road laws, you know, and everything else.
No, I appreciate that. Mr. Harris, do you understand? I mean, you've got to quit driving till you can get your license.
Yep, that's why I came to court today. This is not something I normally do. I usually don't even come to court. I came to court today because I plan on paying you guys.
Okay, you're not helping yourself by saying that's not something that I usually do. I usually don't come to court, but I decided on the day of my child's birth.
No.
I
decided way
change
before
my behaviors.
No, I decided way beforehand. But yeah, I'm here. So, and I understand if it's no help that's to be given to me, I'm not asking for that. I just want to pay what I owe and get it right. That's all.
Well, I appreciate that, Mr. Harris. The bigger issue is for you today is under the circumstances of where you're at, you do have responsibility for other people now. It's not just about you. Do you know what I'm saying? And if you're going to take that job that you just got today, that you were just awarded of being a parent, you got to do better. Do you know what I'm saying? And all you got to do with us, and I will take the allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. Did I just lose him? I think I lost him. Nope, there you are. I will, let's talk about the allowing an unlicensed driver to drive is a $345 ticket. You have multiple other fines and costs that you owe us. What you need to do is either come into the court. You live in Romulus, so you live close to us. Either come into the court or go online, set up a payment plan for $50, $75, $100 a month, stick to the payment plan, and then work towards getting your license back. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and I appreciate the officer being candid, saying that he's interested in trying to help you to go on that path, you know, and that obviously at the scene he was sympathetic because he let your mom come up and stuff like that, which he didn't have to do. But take that as a sign all together that on this day that, you know, you had to be in court and blah, 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 and take it as a step in the right direction. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So now it's 3:45. I'll dismiss the speeding ticket. And is it true that you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive a vehicle that you were in on October the 4th of this year?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then along with the other fines and costs, it looks like you owe us about $1,500.
Okay.
So within the week, you got to come to the court and restart the payment plan. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else?
No,
Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Okay. Yep. Thank you. Have a great day.
Okay.
And Heather, my apologies.
Thanks, Deputy.
Thank you, Deputy.
Oh, you're welcome. Yep, not a problem. Thank you.
Josh, are you done?
I had a question. Did I miss a date on Mr. Nunley's trial?
No,
That we-
I didn't do
okay.
it yet.
No problem. Just want to make sure I didn't miss that. I have,
I'm actually dismissing it.
okay.
Okay, well, that works. Ms. McWhorter, your case is dismissed. Did they not bring what happened, or you don't know?
Your
I
Honor,
have no
since,
idea.
Ms.
my
McWhorter-
office
Hang on,
does
Ms.
not-
McWhorter, you're all set. It's dismissed.
Okay,
my
thank you.
office
Thank
does
you, Your
not-
Honor.
My office does not continue with prosecutions for operating under the influence or operating intoxicated on tickets. It needs to be done on a complaint and warrant.
Okay, that's fair enough. Oh, well, so is that at risk of being refiled?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well,
All
Mr.
I have
Hadley,
is,
Mr. Nunley may have to reach out and have that conversation.
I'll take care of that right when we're done, Your Honor. No problem.
Okay, yeah, Ms. Michon, what do you got?
Good morning, Your Honor. I actually have Danny Hughart. He's actually at 10:15, but I somehow ended up double booking myself and need to be on the road. I have a carjacking exam downtown. I believe it's going to be dismissed. This is a case where we thought the complaining witness was regrettably deceased. I've asked Mr. Hughart to please log on.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
looking
that's
for
right.
a
Do we
good
have
sig-
verification of the deceased on this, Ms. Bailey? Do we know?
You're muted, dear.
Yes, I finally did get the the proof here. I'm pulling it up now. I did get it back. I'm just trying to find it.
You recall you got it back though, and the victim's deceased. I didn't have any reason to believe that it wasn't true.
Yes, ma'am, I do have it. I'm opening it up right now, just to quadruple check on our.
Miss Michon, we'll dismiss it, and I'll let your client know when he jumps on so that you don't have to wait for him.
Thank you so very much. I deeply appreciate it.
Or if you've got a phone number for him, you can reach out to him. But otherwise, if he jumps on, we'll let him know.
He should be on any moment, Judge. He was looking for a place with a good signal.
Okay, perfect.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much. A lovely day.
You too.
Mr. Noakes, are you here for your 8:30 jail person? You're muted.
So, yes, I didn't realize it was at 8:30. The assignment came in late and I was on my way to court when I realized, so then I parked and jumped on as soon as I could.
Yeah, it's a jail one, Mr. Noakes. So it's an 8:30. The jail waited for over an hour and we adjourned it. Heather, when was it adjourned to?
We adjourned it to November 9th, Judge. 8:30.
1 week at 8:30. That means you need to be on at 8:30 next week because the jail's always
for PCC.
Yes, on time or
Okay.
early.
That's fine. Then you guys are lucky because my experience with other places has been the
No, it's
jail
because
is
we're
not
first in the
early.
morning, so they get on with us first because we're first.
Okay, no problem. I think I have a few more before the court that
Miss
day too, so I'll
Bailey,
be on at 8:30.
Mr. Noakes has sales. If you got to get him the discovery. What else? Do you have anything else, Mr. Noakes, with us this morning?
No, Your Honor, that was it for today.
All right, you're all set. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you. You too.
Bryn, can I get with you real fast? So just one quick one here.
Good morning, Ms. Brush. We have your client on. People versus Roger Loving. What are we doing with this today?
We are ready to set it for a preliminary exam.
Okay, let me get Miss Bailey back, or wait a second. Sona, are you on this one?
Yes, I am.
Okay, then I don't need Miss Bailey. You have all your discovery?
We do have all the discovery, Your Honor.
How many witnesses, Ms. Mosesian?
Judge, it'll likely just be one.
It looks like, unfortunately, my next time that I have you after next week or whatever is January 10th.
Okay.
January 10th at 10:30.
Hold on, Judge. I actually may have a trial. Give me 1 second. I have to look at my other calendar.
Well, you're my misdemeanor docket that day, so you better not.
I know, but we may be switching that. So give me 1 second, please. I don't know where I put those dates. Okay, let's schedule that. And then if I need to get it covered, I'll get it covered.
Okay, is that good then? 10:30 on January 10th, live, Mr. Loving. Do you understand, in my courtroom?
And Judge, if I could address Mr. Loving's bond.
Go ahead.
So last time we had a discussion about his tether.
Yeah.
He was in custody waiting for a GPS tether, and
I amended it to an alcohol tether.
Yes, yes.
That was
And
back
so,
on September 30th, it looks like.
exactly. But he was given both a GPS tether and an alcohol tether.
Heather? Yeah, I wrote amend to, and I get, Heather, do you got that?
Yep, I hear that. So just, it only needs to be alcohol, not GPS.
Yes.
Got it. We'll fix it. You won't have
Thank
to
you,
have that in between now and January 10th.
Yeah. Okay.
All
and
right,
so,
we'll fix that and we'll see you at 10:30 on that day.
okay. And so Mr. Loving will be able to get it removed then.
Yeah, Heather, how do we get that paperwork to him?
After we're off, which will be in a couple hours, I will send to the tether unit just a register of action showing the difference, and I'll make sure that I don't know who his tether agent is, so I won't be able to call, but I will email down there and send the paperwork.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Miss Nelson on Edsel Steel, what are we doing?
Sorry, Your Honor.
You're good.
So my understanding is Mr. Steele has been attempting to get evaluated by sobriety court, but has not been successful in getting them to call back. He's present in court, and I think he can explain
Hang on,
what's
let me
happening.
call her. Hang on a second.
Mr. Hadley, when the judge is done with that, you're ready. You don't need an adjourned date. You're good to go. Okay, thank you. Vanessa, who are you here for, please?
I'm here for Bennett Smith, but he's actually having trouble figuring out Zoom and figuring out how to log in. So I wanted to see if either waiving his presence would be possible, or I can go over to his house and I can Zoom in with him.
If he's the one that's on the phone that can't
Hey, Bryn.
turn it on.
I'm sorry. Sophia, Bryn, pull Sophia and meet me in your breakout room, Bryn.
Yes, ma'am.
So Vanessa, we do see somebody that, nope, that's Danny Hughart. That's somebody else. Okay, we'll wait till the judge is done with that meeting.
Sounds good. And then I actually have another matter. It's not up today, but for the last name is Stoops. It was an order that Oakley signed about a week ago to send her to a rehab center. I guess they have a different, she wasn't able to get a house at Genesis, which the order says, and they have a new bed for her at a different place. They just need to update an order. Is it all right if I just send you renew proposed order? Or
Yes, yeah,
how
yep,
do you-
that would be perfect. And then we can get it signed and send it back, because I'm sure he's not gonna mind where, as long as she's in treatment was the hope.
Okay, all right, thank
Okay,
you.
you're welcome. Mr. Hughart,
Yes, ma'am.
your attorney was on already, and the case was dismissed. It was clarified and the case is dismissed, okay?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much for your
You're
time.
welcome. Yep, have a good day.
You too.
Mr. Piotrowski, do you have your client with you?
Good morning. I was just typing
Good
you a
morning.
text. No, I don't. He should be joining us shortly.
Okay, thank you.
Actually, Sophia, do you care if we adjourn this 1 week? And do you care if I call? I guess I should act before I have I know you don't care, Bryn, but I'm having an expert conversation with the prosecutor about this case. Sophia, is that okay with you if I call Gary Bresnahan?
Yes, Gary asked, like I was asking for the moon when I was asking for this 90-year-old man who needs blood transfusions once a week not to go to jail.
Why don't we, Mr. Steele, we're gonna adjourn. Where are you at? Is he in our courthouse? Where are you at?
He
Mr.
is.
Steele?
He's in our
He's in our
court.
building. I hate to make you come back next week, Mr. Steele, but I'm gonna make a phone call and work with your attorney and the prosecutor and see if we can't come up with some resolution on this. I'm gonna adjourn it 1 week to November the 9th. At what time, Heather?
We have 9:30.
At 9:30. Is that okay with you, Ms. Nelson?
Hold on 1 second, Your Honor.
Or we have a little later.
Yes.
It's
No, I'm
Mr.
already
Steele,
in
is
person.
9:30 okay with you? That was the time this week. Is that okay with you for next week?
He's muted. I don't know.
I know, no, but just shake your head. Is that okay with you, Mr. Steele? Okay. All right. Then, Mr. Steele, you're gonna come back, same place next Wednesday and see me again, and hopefully we'll be able to resolve this. Heather, I'm gonna hold the file till after I talk to Gary.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, all right. Mr. Steele, you're all set. You can go. And Ms. Nelson will be in contact.
I'll also be in your courtroom later today, Your Honor, I believe.
Don't threaten me like that.
All right, I'll see you in a bit. Thank you, Your Honor.
And you're welcome. Mr. Steele, you're free to go home. We'll see you next week. Shoo. Okay. Mr. Piotrowski.
Good morning.
Good morning. You're on Ryan Broughton. What are we doing?
Just looking for additional discovery, just perhaps an adjournment of a couple of weeks.
How many weeks do you want? 1, 2, or 3?
Well, I'd be crunching myself if I went 2, so let's just go 3.
November the 23rd, the day before Thanksgiving.
No,
with
I'd love to spend it with you and your staff.
Yeah, it's not me, it's Judge Martin, but I appreciate that. At what time? Oh, Miss Mosicine, is this you?
It is. Yes,
I
Judge.
see you paying attention, so I assume. At what time, Heather?
I have 9:30.
9:30, Mr. Piotrowski?
Sold.
Sold. All right. Then you're all set. Mr. Broughton, Mr. Piotrowski will be in contact with you, but you'll appear before Judge Martin in 3 weeks, okay?
Thank you.
Have a
You're
great day.
welcome. Have a good day. Ms. Mosisian, is that a wrap for
Thank
you?
you. I think that's all for me, Judge.
Good. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Madam
You as well.
Prosecutor, could you call me, please?
Yes,
Serena? Thank you.
no problem.
Mr. Hadley, you're ready on Howard?
We are.
Thank you.
People versus Tyler Howard. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we would like to avail ourselves of the people's very generous plea offer. They will be dismissing both of the current counts as Mr. Howard has come into full compliance with all of the issues.
All
That is
right.
correct.
It's dismissed. You're all set, Mr. Howard. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
Judge Vanessa Hamilton is here on Bennett Smith, who was at 8:45, and she will explain the issue.
Go ahead.
Good morning, Judge. So,
Good morning.
yeah, my client is severely cognitively impaired.
Wait,
and
which
usually
case
has
which
family
case are
members.
which case are we talking about?
Bennett Smith at 8:30,
Bennett Smith.
or at 8:45. Bennett Smith.
Bennett Smith. Oh, okay. I'm with you. Go ahead.
And so he usually has family members that handle things like that for him. I am in contact with him, and I can basically, if you're okay with waiving his presence, that'd be great. If not, I can go to his house and we could Zoom in together. It's really up to the court's discretion.
What are you gonna do today?
I'd like to set a preliminary exam date. I don't have digital discovery as far as I can
Then
see.
you gotta get an adjournment. I don't set the exams without, so why don't we go ahead and adjourn it? I'll waive his presence today and you can find out what happened.
Your Honor, I did send that this morning, the digital. I, for the record, have also made an offer of attempt.
Oh,
that
okay.
if
Well,
we
then
send
you
it
can,
to
why don't
him-
we adjourn it 1 week? Ms. Hamilton, if that's okay with you, because then you can discuss the attempt and then if you can get him next week, if it's a plea or we'll set it or whatever.
Okay, sounds good. That's
And then
perfectly
obviously, if you do the attempt, I would take into consideration the cognitive and just probably maybe order him to listen to his family members or blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I'm saying? Take his
Yeah.
whatever directions from his doctors and stuff, just informational for you.
great. Thank you.
Heather, why don't we adjourn it 1 week to November the 9th? What time?
9:30.
Is that good, Ms.
Yep, that
Hamilton?
works.
Okay, 9:30. All right, we'll see you then.
Wait a minute.
you.
Vanessa, do you have a good address for him? Because I show that he lives in Stockbridge. Is that a correct address?
He told me Bellevue.
Belleville? Bellevue.
Belleville, sorry. See, yeah, I'm like horrible and stuff. So I didn't know if Stockbridge is nearby that or what.
Now, Stockbridge is out farther. Stockbridge is like,
Isn't that like by like Milan or something?
yeah, no. It's out 94, but it's off of 94, like south of like Chelsea and Dexter. But see if you can't get a hold of him for next week and either, just make sure they're on. Don't worry about the address right this second. We'll verify it next week.
Okay. All right.
All
sounds
right.
good.
Okay, good. Thanks. Is that it for
Thank
you?
you.
Yeah.
You're all set. Mr. Hadley, do you have anything else?
Your Honor, I don't, and I don't see anybody in my waiting room or meeting room right now.
All right, just hang out then for a few. Mr. Frame, as soon as Mr. Barnett gets on, we'll do your case.
Okay.
And for your information, Miss Bailey, are you listening?
Yes.
Just for your information on Joey Frame, as soon as Mr. Barnett gets on, Shannon and I, the sobriety court team, treatment court team talked about him yesterday, and we're gonna accept him into the program.
Okay. wonderful.
Because your attorney did a great job, Mr. Frame.
Your Honor, thank you so
We
much.
weren't gonna take you. You were a big debate, so
Your
since
Honor,
I
thank
was
you.
pulling for you, don't let me down.
I will not, Your Honor. Thank
We'll
you
talk
so
about,
much.
but you gotta give big credit to your attorney because the answer was no, no, no. And your attorney begged.
He's an exceptional man besides an attorney.
And so I just wanted to say that without him hearing me say that.
Okay.
Now I'll tell him
Thank
when he gets on. So hang
Thank
out
you.
right when he gets on, we'll do it.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mr. Abraham,
Yes, ma'am.
as soon as Mr. Upshaw jumps on, we'll do your case, okay?
Okay, sure.
So just hang out for a few minutes.
Oh, okay.
Go outside a little bit. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I know, buddy. I know. We'll go outside in a little bit. Okay.
Judge, I just sent you an email.
Okay.
And I'm going to step away for 1 minute.
I know. Yeah, just a second. You're gonna have to wait, bud.
Good morning, Mr. Upshaw. Did you need to speak to your client or the prosecutor?
I would like, who's the prosecutor today?
It's Bryn Bailey. Bryn,
I'd
you're on this
like
case,
to-
correct? Yeah, it's a Yep. I'll put you in the breakout room with Miss Bailey.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bryn, if you can jump in there, please. Thank you. Miss Sherry Lee, can you please black your camera or put the cigarette out, please? We are in court. Sorry, thank you.
Hi, are there any victims? I see it says observers for the.
Nope, they are just the observers, Miss
Okay.
Dennis. Thank you.
Thank you.
Easy. I know, bud. I know, yeah, in a minute. I know, hold on. Max, you gotta tighten up, buddy. Okay.
I have a question. Does any of these observers know the family members of the victim?
Well, I'm a family member of the victim.
Can I get into a breakout room with both of these observers?
Yep.
Thank you.
Mr. Upshaw, are you ready on Abraham?
Yes.
Actually, I don't, Heather, I don't have that file. Oh, I strike that. I do. Never mind. People versus Abdika Ibrahim.
Good morning, Your Honor. Bryn Bailey on behalf of the people, P84009.
And Your Honor, Randall Upshaw, P number 43574. On behalf of the defense, sorry.
Mr. Upshaw, do you have all the discovery in this matter? What's the status?
Your Honor, I would like to ask the court for Cobb's plea consideration.
What's the position of the prosecutor's office on a Cobb's?
Your Honor,
if you don't know, Miss Bailey, if you need
I honestly don't know.
And I understand, I heard through the grapevine last week that this is the first of, or a couple weeks ago, whenever this occurred, that this is the first of this type of case, that you have not had exposure to one of these cases before.
That's
of
correct.
its nature. Do you
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying?
Yes, Your Honor,
Mr.
that is
Upshaw?
correct.
You understand what I'm saying? Do you need a week to discuss it with your office?
Yes, ma'am, please. I would appreciate that.
Mr. Upshaw, is that okay with you if we adjourn it out 1 week? It'll be back in front of me.
Okay, let me check this date.
Yeah,
Your
no
Honor.
problem. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Well, actually, 1 or 2
Yes.
weeks. It doesn't matter.
Your Honor, 1 week is fine.
Okay, and
Then-
then it stays on my docket. And then also, because the victim's advocate could take the victim's family in and explain what a Cobb's plea is. So
Yeah.
I'll adjourn it 1 week to November the 9th. Heather, do you have a time?
Yep, we could do 9:45.
At 9:45. Mr. Ibrahim, do you understand that? You're gonna be back in front of me at 9:45 next week? And then we'll go from there, okay? All right.
All right,
And then
Judge, thank you very
If you
much.
want to take the family members back in to the breakout room to talk to them about it, you can do that, okay?
If you guys can all rejoin that breakout room, or do I need to reassign? If it says anything to rejoin.
Let me see.
Okay, Judge,
Mr. Upshaw, we
disconnecting.
can't-
Thank you,
yeah.
Mr. Abraham.
Yeah, you're good. And
disconnect,
Mr.
please.
Abraham, you can disconnect.
The Lee family, Sherry, did
Mr.
you find
Abraham, you can go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and remove you. You're good.
Okay, thank you. Your Honor.
You're welcome.
There should
I'll see you
be,
next week.
Yep.
I understand, Max. I need a little bit of time, buddy. Okay? I know. No, I know, buddy. All right, we'll go sit down.
Mr. Frame, I did try to call your attorney and no answer, so he must be busy.
He's in court in Oakland County Circuit Court. He just sent me a text.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Good morning, Mr. Barnett. How are you?
Good morning. Sorry I was late, Your Honor.
Oh, no problem. On People versus Joey Frame.
Yes, Your Honor. I spoke to probation and I guess it was going to be brought up at the team meeting yesterday. I don't know if there's been
It was, I already discussed with your client that you argued on his behalf and got us to change our mind. So Mr. Frame's aware that I told him he better not disappoint me because I voted to accept him.
Well, he's a personal friend for over 30 years, so I'll make sure he follows through, Your Honor.
So we're gonna reduce it to the remove the felony notice and reduce it to operating while intoxicated. Do you understand, Mr. Frame, by pleading guilty, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form?
Yes, I do.
And is it true that on June the 5th of this year, you were in Sumter Township and you had consumed alcohol before getting behind the wheel of the vehicle that you were driving?
Yes, I did.
And as a result of your consumption of alcohol, your ability to drive was substantially affected?
Yes.
And you took a breathalyzer and blew over the legal limit?
Yes.
And do you understand this plea?
Yes, I do.
Is it voluntary?
Yes, it is.
Anybody promise you or threaten you to get you to plead guilty in this matter?
No, Your Honor.
And coincidentally, Ms. Rapp, our probation officer and the head of our treatment court, is on this call, not is on this Zoom, not for your case, for another case that we have. Ms. Rapp, you're going to be in contact with Mr. Frame?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And then I'll see you, I think, in 2 weeks, and then we'll, well, no, probably not. It'll probably take more time than that, Shannon.
We could sentence him into the program on November 15th on the next hearing date.
All right, Mr. Barnett, Ms. Rapp will reach out on that date.
Okay. I'm not available on the 15th. Could we go to the following week, Your Honor?
Actually, we only do it every 2 weeks, so it would have to be 2 weeks later, which
That's
is
fine.
on the 29th, I think, Shannon.
That's correct, Your Honor.
The 29th works for me, Your Honor, yes.
All right, perfect. Then I will see you then, Mr. Frame. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck. Thanks, Ms. Barnett. You're all set.
Thank you, Your Honor, for reconsidering this. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, no, you're welcome. You pushed it with Shannon. She thought you argued very that your arguments were whatever. It's amazing that she.
I have experience with sobriety courts, so I understand what you guys were concerned about.
Appreciate it. All right, well, Mr. Frame won't let us down then, right, Mr. Frame?
No, I won't. No, I won't.
No,
All right.
no, Your Honor.
You're all set. I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
All right, thank
Thank
you.
you. Your Honor.
You're
Yeah, have a good day.
welcome. You too. Mr. Davis,
Yes, good morning, Your Honor.
good morning. Are you ready on Sadler?
I am. Can I speak with the prosecutor on this?
You can. Ms. Bailey, you want to take Mr. Davis? And then Mr. Serrano, good morning. Oh, actually, you probably need Miss Bailey, why don't you take Mr. Serrano too and talk to him on Sing?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Appreciate that.
What's that? Ms.
We've
Bailey?
spoken.
Good morning. Yes.
Oh, okay. Good morning, Mr. Serrano. What are we doing on that?
Mr. Singh is notified to appear today. I don't see him on the screen yet, Your Honor, but sure, I've spoken to Miss Bailey already this morning, but maybe I could speak to her again if something.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you guys were gonna resolve this or not. Not a big deal.
Okay.
All right, and then Shannon, I thought I saw Mr. Storms, but they must have grabbed him and taken him into a room to check his.
We did. Do you want me to bring him out?
Yeah,
Or it looks like
he
Mary
doesn't-
Ann might be
he's a
talking to him
probation
now.
guy. He doesn't need to be in there.
Okay.
And Miss Black, I see you. As soon as we get Mr. Tuttle's, we'll do your case.
Okay.
But Tara's here on Abbott.
Oh, Mr. Batar, I didn't see you. Yeah, or Mr. Batar, are we going on that?
Morning, Judge. No, I think we were just waiting to the for the officer to appear and then ask if he had any type of report.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Mr. Storms, good morning. How are you?
Nervous, Your Honor.
Don't be. I know you talked to Shannon yesterday and we had this conversation and I wanted you to appear today. What are your thoughts?
I'm unsure. Like I said, the main problem I had was I was living in a rehab at the time, and I was on tether as well for 8 months, and I was walking about 7 miles a day. He can confirm that, to and from work. I was going to 6 AA meetings every week. I was going to see a counselor once a week. I never had a problem. There was never a problem with my sobriety. You know what I mean? It's just a problem proving it. And for me to get somebody to come out to Monroe to take me to jams, turn around, come back.
Where are you at now, though, if you decided, because Shannon, what was the choice? The choice was to just.
Close unsuccessfully since the conviction was already entered.
Right.
Because it was a deferral, I do not think he is eligible to be re-entered into our program.
Oh, okay. So you don't think that there's a choice?
No, I sent an email out and they did contact me requesting more information, but I've not heard back.
And then there's money owed on it, so I'd have to send it to collections. Correct? Well, Mr. Storms, for the moment, I am going to just close the file unsuccessful and send it to collections, and you can make a payment plan with the collection department, and then you'll be done with us.
Thank you. I'd also like to add that I do apologize, and I did work as hard as I possibly could. As soon as I figured out that I couldn't meet your requirements, I instantly started saving my money to get my driver's license back so I can make these trips. You know, I just didn't want to run like that. I had a plan.
No,
so I do have
appreciate
my
that.
driver's license, and I just wanted to do whatever I
good.
had to do.
Okay. Well, you
So-
just got to make a payment plan with us now. Ms. Rapp will close the file out. You'll make a payment plan with us and pay us off, and then you'll be done with us. All right.
Thank you.
All
I
right.
appreciate it, Your Honor.
Good luck, Mr. Storms.
I
All right.
appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Ms. Rapp, that's a wrap.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Storms, have a good day.
Okay, thank you. Oh, God. Eva, come here.
Let's mute him so we don't have to hear what he's going to say.
So you're back at 10:45 there, Your Honor.
Mr. Hadley, you're all set. If we need anything, we'll let you know.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day. Call me if you need me.
We will. Miss Dennis, you're all set.
I was waiting on the black to see what was gonna
Oh,
happen.
sorry about that. Sorry about that.
I'll be
Yeah, we're
on,
waiting on Mr. Tuttles. I just knew
Okay.
we were done with the felonies.
yes, and, yeah, I'll wait around for another 15 or 20 minutes because I have that exam for, at 11:15.
Yeah, that won't be on Zoom.
Right, so I'll be on my way. I'm about 15 minutes away. Maybe 10. So I'll sit for a little while and then I'll have to exit as well.
Okay. Mr. Davis, are you ready on Sadler?
Yes, we're ready.
I apologize. Sitting here
Yeah,
waiting
go back.
for, what are we doing?
I'm doing well. How are you, Judge?
Good.
Thanks.
What are we gonna do with this case today?
It's going to be a plea to a misdemeanor. We're asking the court to take it under HIDA. And there's restitution and a year of probation,
How much is the restitution?
$1,880.
1880?
Yes.
Any other conditions?
It's
No new
HIDA.
criminal charges.
Okay.
No, I know that. I meant any
Um,
other specific conditions. Is that a year?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
$200 in court costs, 1880 in restitution for a total of $2,080. Mr. Sadler, do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up your rights as listed in the advice of rights form?
Yes.
And is it true that on or about June the 22nd of this year, you were in the city of Romulus and you took some property while you were employed
Yes.
that didn't belong to you?
Yes.
Do you understand this plea?
Yes.
And is it, hang on just a second, I'm sorry. And is it voluntary?
Yes.
Anybody promise you or threaten you to get you to plead guilty in this matter?
No.
Is the amended charge, I'm sorry, what is the amended charge?
Embezzlement, 200 to 1,000.
And that's what I thought.
And I will get Your Honor the,
Yeah, get it to Heather, because she's gonna dispo it, on what the MCL site is. Okay. I will assess the 200, I'll defer it under HIDA for a year, assess the $200 in cost, the 1880 in restitution for a total of $2,080 in order for you to, in order for you to be off within the year, you have to make payments in the amount of $175 a month, Mr. Sadler.
Okay.
Okay, and so, I'm gonna make a payment plan of $175 a month.
Okay.
And then collections will be in contact with you. They'll write a probation report up for you. Anything else, Mr. Davis?
No, nothing else. I'm all set.
All right, then you're all set. Mr. Sadler will be in touch.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
And Judge, you
And
did
this-
take it under HIDA, right?
I did do it under HIDA, yes, correct.
All right, just make sure. Thank you.
Ms. Bailey, anything on Abbott or Singh that you know of?
Your Honor, I'm looking for the officers on Sing and I don't see them.
No, it isn't, the time isn't, they're both set at 10:45, so it's early, so just hang on.
Your Honor?
Yes.
Your Honor,
Yeah,
Could I speak to my client in a breakout room? I see he's checked in, Jose Singh.
yeah. Heather will put you in a breakout room.
Thank you.
Hey, Heather,
Yep.
if we want to go on for Singh and I guess Abbott, if Mr. Batar is here.
Yep, Mr. Batar is here.
Okay.
All right, people versus Hosea Singh.
Good morning, Your Honor. Bryn Bailey on behalf of the people, P84009.
Your Honor, good morning. Richard T. Serrano, P33828, appearing on behalf and with my client, Mr. Singh. He is present somewhere, Your Honor. Mr. Singh, unmute
He's at
yourself.
the top. Yep, I see him. People ready to proceed?
Your Honor, the people are not prepared to proceed. No officers have appeared.
Mr. Serrano, I'll dismiss it.
All right, Your Honor, I've advised my client of that the dismissal should the officer not appear. That is my motion. And is there anything further, Your Honor?
Nope, you're all set.
All right, very nice to see the court.
You too. People versus Leora Abbott.
Good morning,
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor. Bryn Bailey on behalf of the people, P84009.
Good morning, Your Honor. Daniel Batar on behalf of Miss Abbott. I believe she's present on Zoom.
She is.
Your Honor, at this time, I don't have any officers or any witnesses, therefore I cannot proceed.
Defense moves to dismiss.
It's dismissed. Miss Abbott, you're all set.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, Judge. Everyone have a good day.
You too.
You too.
Bren, we're gonna log off. Miss Black, your attorney's at least a half hour late. We're gonna have to adjourn it for a week. I've got other cases in the court that are live in the courtroom. Heather, do you want to give Miss Black a date and send an email to Mr. Tuttles?
Yep. Miss Black, how far do you want to go? Do you want a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
We'll do something after the 17th.
All right. Do you want the 23rd, November 23rd? It's the day before Thanksgiving.
That's fine.
And it's with Judge Martin. What time is that, Heather?
We can do that at 9:45.
That's fine, at 9:45. Do you understand? And
I'll
you're all
send new
set then,
notice.
Ms. Black. Will you
Okay.
send Mr. Tuttles an email, please?
I will.
See you guys in a
Okay,
minute.
thanks. Bye.
Bye.